Am I the a-hole for not contributing to my sister's rent? A few years ago, I moved to Boston for graduate school. Since my sister also lived there and my university gave me a studio I could afford with student loans, she secretly stayed in that apartment with me for free until I finished my program. She also owes me around $15,000 over several years because she didn't earn enough to pay rent while in medical school. I think this context is important to understand why I feel I am not wrong. After I graduated, we needed a new apartment, and my sister deliberately chose a luxury 2-bedroom apartment in a skyscraper near the hospital where she works. Technically, I could afford it on my modest salary, but barely. Still, we signed the lease in May 2024 and lived there for a year, splitting the rent so that I paid $2,700 a month. When May 2025 came and it was time to renew the lease, I did so without hesitation. However, I was feeling nostalgic and unhappy. My job was brutal, I missed my friends and family, and I hated how insanely expensive everything is in Boston. When I visited my parents in August, they told me, "Just move back here, have your sister move to a smaller apartment in the same building and you can pay the transfer fee." So I did. I found a job I like, moved all my things, and even paid my share of the rent for a couple more months to give my sister time to move.
She is, however, furious. Living alone in a 1-bedroom apartment means she has to pay more rent, $3,200 instead of the $2,700 we were splitting. And despite earning twice my salary as a doctor at a prestigious hospital, she has no savings. My sister is quite bougie and loves buying expensive things, so it is not surprising, but it is frustrating that we paid the same rent for over a year. She earns much more than me, and yet somehow I have more savings than she does. She is also very picky about roommates, and originally wanted me to find someone to share the lease, but I haven't had much success.
My sister proposes that since she now has to pay an extra $500 a month because of my move, I should contribute that money until our original lease would have ended in May 2026. I believe that after years of giving her free housing and thousands of dollars, I should not be responsible for her rent anymore. At minimum, those $500 a month should come out of the money she owes me. On one hand, I feel a bit bad for her, but on the other, I am tired of someone who earns much more than me depending on me financially for no good reason. So, am I the a-hole for refusing to contribute?